Hello, Southern California. It's your preferred realtor with results, Phillip Nunez. And I'm excited to bring you our third episode of our series called Real Estate Active. The premise is simple. We focus on current trends, news, and important updates related to real estate. Now, before we get into the great content that we prepared for you this month, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe down below. We have some really great informational events coming soon, and we would love for you to be part of it. Also, please share this information via your social media with your friends and family so they too can benefit from this great content. Now, for those of you who are watching this now, if you're a current homeowner or a future homeowner, you definitely want to hear this. So let's get to it. Let's begin with prices across our nation. For the past year, every region was showing up positive. Now, the percentage of increase has slowed down for this same time last year. Now, please note, this does not mean that prices are coming down. It simply means that prices are not increasing at the same levels that they were last year at this same time. So the year-over-year appreciation has decreased. Now, for those of you who are contemplating relocating to another part of our country, here's the year-over-year appreciation by state. Now, for those of us that are on the West Coast, you can see that our region had some very strong appreciation. The only state that was unfortunately had to tick down a little bit was Connecticut. So sorry, Connecticut. Now I want to show you pending home sales because this is a great market indicator to where we are and where we're headed. If we break it down between 2013 versus 2014, and that's the months of October, November, December, which are the last months where this data is available, we can see that in 2014, we far outdistanced 2013. This does not represent the number of sales. It represents what the National Association of Realtors methodology is for what's a healthy market. They have a formula for that. And here's what we know. 100 is the baseline. Anything over 100 is a healthy market. Anything under is not a healthy market. And you can see that the last year we were still at a healthy market territory, but just barely. And this past few months have shown dramatic increase over that. We are much better off this winter by far than we were last winter. And that's why I think you are seeing the National Association of Realtors, Freddie Mac, and the Mortgage Bankers Association are all projecting relatively major increases in sales in 2015. With that said, in a recent survey, the home projected appreciation nationally for 2015 and 2016 is right around 3.5 nationally, which is a normal market. Obviously, this number will be different for each region. And again, being that I'm an agent in the West Coast, the number will conservatively be between 5 and 7%. Now, let's take a moment and talk about interest rates and mortgage availability. Mortgage availability has been as good as it's been in the last 3 years, meaning it's much easier to get a home loan today versus 3 years ago. This is also part of the reason we are seeing the increase in home sales. Also, in our last episode, we had said that Fannie Mae was going to bring out a conventional product that was 3% down loan program. Now that has come to fruition, so I encourage you to speak to your lender if you'd like to know more about this program. Another great news for you, the consumer, is that FHA has reduced their monthly mortgage insurance premiums. Now here's an example of how that plays out in a loan that's $200,000. You can see that you can save quite a bit yearly. The next update is interest rates. Now, interest rates are very volatile, and that is why here at Real Estate Active, we provide you a constant update. It was projected that rates would begin to slightly increase as the economy continues to get better. The rates would also increase. However, there's a lot of things happening in the international community and other challenges like gas prices falling, what's happening in the Middle East, Europe, and the rest of the world is shaking up our own economy, making rates volatile. So here's the latest projection from Mortgage Bankers Association, the National Association of Realtors, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac, and you can see the average overall as well. Now, the following message is specifically for those of you who are thinking of buying in 2015. It's important to pay attention to how a small increase in interest rates can affect your buying power. Because as mentioned earlier, both prices and interest rates are projected to increase slightly. So let's assume you're in the market for a $400,000 loan. As you wait and interest rates begin to tick up a bit, let's say they go up 0.5 point, your purchasing power decreases by 5%. And also consider that prices simultaneously are projected to continue to increase. Since I am on the West Coast, please go back and see what happened this past year. Prices went up 7%. So if you're ready to buy today, don't wait, start now. It could be the difference between getting what you want or having to settle for something a little less. Now, For you potential sellers, we are approaching the time when statistically most listings come on the market. If this is you, I suggest to get ahead of the curve and maximize your exposure. Months inventory for home sales is still a little under 6 months, which means there is an increase in buyer demand. Get into the market before everyone else does and take advantage of this. Now, as I conclude this episode of Real Estate Active, I just want to say thank you. As always, we here at Real Estate Active will continue to give you the latest updates, news, and trends. And please remember, subscribe down below, and we will continue to provide you quality content, absolutely no fluff. And again, I am Phillip Nunez, your preferred realtor, and I want to say thank you and many blessings to all.